Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone. Alright, who taught me this truth and who rule well. I want to give a sincere shalom to the elect out there teaching this truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days and enduring. There's another installment of Gmsreigndrops to the Spirit and Power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I was meditating on something at camp today, and I was going to bring out Matthew 7 and 13, but the Spirit, changed the topic a little bit, so I never ended up bringing it out, and I just quoted it instead. But pretty much the point of this lesson and the exhortation of this lesson is for you younger brothers, man, because that's who Gmsreigndrops is for. You younger brothers primarily. Okay? Listen, man, if you're following the teachings of the apostles of GMS and following what the other brothers in GMS are doing, not that this whole thing is about GMS, because this is about the elect first and foremost. Okay? But if you're doing that, man, just keep doing it, because there's a lot of nonsense going on right now, man. There's more nonsense going on in Israel than there ever has. And there's going to be a lot of temptation, okay, from these other camps, because these other camps, a lot of them are working directly with Esau. Okay? These worldly camps that have the flashy music videos, and they give the fancy, powerful speeches that younger brothers that aren't mature in the spirit or even carnally, they might get swayed a little bit in their emotions, man. And now you have, especially with these militias coming out claiming to be black Hebrew Israelites, those are designed to stir up your emotions, man. Okay? So if you're following the teachings of the apostles of GMS, then just stick with it, man. Just stick with it. If you're teaching the word, just keep teaching the word. Keep continuing to grow in the faith and do lessons, man, and prophesy. All right? We're at the end, man. There ain't no time for anything fancy. Okay? Just keep it simple. And y'all know what the last word is. But this is Matthew 7 and 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. Okay? For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And that broad gate that leadeth to destruction, man, some of them guys are damn good manipulators. Okay? Some of those guys are damn good manipulators, man. And many there be which go in thereat. Okay? Why? Because a majority of the people are simple. And I'm not saying that, younger brothers that are, still growing in the faith are simple, okay? But you're more vulnerable when you first come in. You don't have the understanding yet, okay? You don't have you don't have the understanding, man. You don't see through the your bullshit detector isn't practiced well enough yet. Okay? And because really, when you mature in the spirit, man, you learn to separate your emotions from your reasoning, man. Because what these guys are out there teaching is a bunch of shit that don't make no sense. But they rely on your emotions, man. You getting caught up in your emotions. Okay? And young people do that, man. Sometimes a younger brother, he lets the fire get a hold of him a little too much. You know, that's why with younger brothers, you got to worry about them getting carnal first. You know, because they're young. They want action, man. You know, they're not as steady and grounded. You know, but don't be swayed by these guys, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Because it's not an easy gate, man. It's not an easy way to go down. So that's why, you know, some guys some guys, you know, their spirit resonates with other doctrines. Okay, because they can't handle that straight gate. You know? We're you know, I mean, what's some of the things that guys get on us about, man? They say that we speak too rough and so on and so forth, and we're always getting on other guys in camps, but so what? That's our job, man. That's what we're supposed to do. That is our tasks. Okay? We're required to do those things, man. We're required to report on prophecies, man. You know? Really, a lot of guys don't like Great Millstone because really they don't got what it takes to be in a Great Millstone camp, man, and stay there, all right, and flourish. You know? We make everything too difficult for everybody, I guess. But well, hey, we'll read verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. And there's a lot of them, man. Getting back into that, there's a lot more of them, okay, than there is those that are going through the straight gate. Many false prophets, man. I'm going to bring this one out, man. You want? Bring this out. I haven't brought this out in a while. Okay? Really, all we have to do is just follow the examples that were set before us. It's really not hard, man. Guys make it a lot harder than it needs to be. Alright? Yahweh Shai said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Okay, Yahweh Shai is not here to confuse you. The Lord is not the author of confusion, man. It's very obvious who's doing the right thing and who's not. 1 Timothy 5:17, let the elders that rule well, okay, be counted worthy of double honor. Okay, that's why we give double honors to our apostles, man. Because really, what have they done? You guys like to nitpick every little thing, you know, bumites and all kinds of nonsense. But what have our apostles done? Okay, everybody likes to point the finger. What have they done wrong besides just teach the word? That's all they've done, man. That's all they've ever done, man, is just go out there and teach the word. You know, you guys are out there getting caught up in fucking scams and shit, man. You know? That's why it's important to know who you follow, man. Now, continuing on, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine, and ain't nobody more diligent than our apostles, man. Nobody is. Okay? Nobody is, man. And their teachings are sincere, man. Okay, so all we have to do is just follow that example and continue doing it, man. You know? Because I know times are getting pretty, man, things are getting pretty crazy out there, man. And, you know, I could totally see where a young brother would shake some younger brothers up, man. You know, get their emotions stirred. You know, there's so much going on at once, and they may not be able to comprehend it fully because they're not mature in the spirit yet. But that don't matter, man. Don't even worry about that. You know? Because, hey, if you think about it, we're all going through a big change right now. Okay? Esau is changing things, man. This is 2 Timothy 3:14. Then I'll wrap it up. This wasn't supposed to be long at all anyway, but... Well, I'll start at 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. Right, the broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, man. Those are the false prophets. Deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned. Okay? And has been assured of. Meaning what? Keep the doctrine intact, man. You don't need to go reinventing the wheel. You know, here it is. You got all these young guys that come out of nowhere all the time, right? They pop up a couple times a year, actually. These young guys that come out of nowhere, and they got it, man. You know, they found this secret loophole in the doctrine. Okay, they've been studying the Bible for a couple years, if that, and they got the answers, man. They got all the answers. They magically found the right doctrine in 2020. Okay? No, the doctrine is already here, okay? But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of. Okay, I mean that what? You have to really believe what you're being taught. Okay? You have to know it's the truth. Knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Okay? So we have to understand where we learned what we learned. Okay, we have to keep to it, man. Scriptures say, meddle not with them that are given to change. Guys that are hopping from camp to camp, they're confused as hell. Every single one of them. We had a guy years ago. You know, he used to come up to my apartment. Back in the day, I was living in an apartment. I live in a house now, but you know, he used to come to my apartment on the weekends. We used to go to camp. And one thing I noticed when he was over was he was watching every kind of video, man. He was watching Zabak, then he'd watch ISUPK, then he watched GMS, then he watched a little bit of Nate, and then back to Zabak or whatever, and then, you know, 14th Street Israelites or whatever. He was watching everybody. And guess what happened? He got confused as hell, man, and bugged the fuck out. Alright? In fact, another scripture just came into my mind, man. You know, we'll go with the Spirit. We'll just keep going, man. You know? Isaiah 30:20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Okay? And who's doing most of the teaching? The apostles of Great Millstone. Okay? And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, which is what? The Holy Spirit, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. That's why it's important, okay, to continue in the things which you've learned, man. Alright, to continue in the things which you've learned, man. Okay? So once you start swaying into destruction, man, some guys they never get pulled out of it, you know. But with that, okay, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Till next time, Shalom.